Okay, how many of you are scared of a camera? Not just for a video, but just to make a picture. Make a sexy picture of yourself. Scary? Yeah? You're not alone. A lot of people are. But it pays out to send sexy pictures. It's a fantastic way to seduce your partner. I would love to share with you why you do it and how you do it. I'm just going to give you a few tips on how to make a sexy picture. You can do that. So, what's the idea of sending sexy pictures? Many people, not just women, are suffering from low self-esteem. They're suffering from the idea that they're not good enough, not beautiful enough. They're looking at their neighbor, at another mom at school, that guy who is always working. It seems like he's always working out when you see him, and he looks amazing, and you're having like that belly is growing, and you just don't feel that admirable anymore and that attractive, and that makes it really hard sometimes to also be vulnerable within your relationship, because if you don't feel confident and if you're very self-aware of what you're doing, it's really hard to let go in the bedroom. Now you think like, what does this have to do with making sexy pictures? Well, it has everything to do with sexy pictures, because sexy pictures, you can make a sexy picture if you are daring to let go of that idea that you're not good enough. And it's a fantastic practice also. So if you think that you're not beautiful enough to make a sexy picture, to send a sexy picture, I dare you, I challenge you to try it. I had once a submissive, and she had her assignment was to send a sexy picture to me for a week every day, and the first day she didn't, and I couldn't imagine. But well, we had a talk about it, and we talked about it why. And I challenged her to do it anyway. And it took her like an hour before she made a picture that was good enough to send it to me. But the whole thing was, the first step was the hardest. The next day, she did it in 20 minutes. And then she started to enjoy the process, because she found out that first of all, you don't need to be naked to send a sexy picture. You can make a sexy picture while you're just looking in the camera in a certain way. You can send a picture of doing something that you love. You can make a sexy picture while you're having a lot of fun and you're smiling or you're laughing your heart out. That can be so sexy. There are so many ways of being sexy. And when your partner, you're sending a partner where you feel sexy, that will make you attractive. Because it's not about how you look and how long your hair is and how big your boobs are. That's not so not relevant. Maybe to some people, but not to your partner. Your partner is with you because he loves you, or she loves you. Because this is exactly the same for men and women. It's not that for men it's easier to send a sexy picture. It's also not easier for them. It's not that they're less self-aware. They're insecure as much as we are. Maybe they just brag a bit more about it. I don't know. But for men, it's also hard to send a sexy picture. But if you want to seduce your partner, sending a sexy picture is a wonderful thing to do. Now, how do you make a sexy picture? First of all, make sure that you prepare well. Lights is very important, but already the light coming from outside, so standing in front of a window would already help. So that's really important. But preparing means make sure that you think about what you're wearing, if that makes you feel comfortable. It's not a bad thing to change it into something that makes you feel comfortable and that makes you feel confident, which is even more important. Because maybe your jogging pants are very comfortable, but they might not make you feel very sexy. So change into something that makes you feel confident and attractive. You have something like that in your closet. And I don't care if it's your wedding suit. Just wear it. Preparing also means make sure that you have like the background is like a bit empty, that you're going to a space where you can actually make a picture without like, I mean, you're here and then there's this huge pile of rubbish behind you. That's not going to work. I think a wonderful tip is to invest in a tripod. You have tripods for like €2 or €3. I mean, you pay like very little money for a tripod. You can find it pretty much anywhere. And the good thing is almost every cell phone nowadays has a timer on the camera. So you don't have to like hold your phone and make a picture so that, I mean, this arm would be in the picture, right? If you have a tripod and you find out how the timer works on your camera, it's possible to make really, really beautiful pictures with the timer on it. It will give you 10 or 3, that's on an iPhone, seconds to be in your position. And just like, oh. And don't stop with making one picture. Just make a few and you just send the best one. The first picture is the hardest. The moment that you start making pictures, you'll see that it will become easier and easier and that you're actually going to enjoy it. I really like to do yoga, and because it makes me feel sexy and it gives me a lot of inspiration for really nice postures. And if I don't have any inspiration, I mean, I have an assignment. I have to send my master a sexy picture every day. And it wasn't just for a month, it's already for, I think, 6 months. Every day. That's 150 pictures that I send to him. It's really challenging to be creative still. But the fun thing is, I started to play around also with just making a close-up. I made a close-up from my hands, for instance. I think that I have very sexy hands. So this is what I made a picture of. Also, if you want to make it a bit more exciting and you would love to send a naked picture, which is totally not necessary, by the way. It's not necessary to make a naked picture, to make a sexy picture. But if you want to make a beautiful nude picture, just Google on black and white nudes. Black and white is anyway a great way to send your first picture because black and white just, I mean, wipes out a lot of details. So it's giving such a different effect. It's anyway, one of the other tips is just find out what are the settings on your phone. iPhone has a portrait mode on the newest iPhones. It has a portrait mode, and what it does, it gives it focuses just on you and it blurs out everything else. It's perfect for making pictures and you can make such beautiful things with it. There are filters that you can put over it already before you make a picture. There's so much that you can play with. You really don't need Photoshop to make a gorgeous picture. And besides, your partner loves to see your natural side, not when you're looking like perfect, that it doesn't look like you. That's not a sexy picture. Now, I think you'll know enough now to make a sexy picture. The only thing that I can say is just do it as often as you can. If you send a sexy picture, just do it a few days in a row. Send a sexy picture and see what happens. And you're going to have fun. In the meantime, you're going to practice your photographing skills. And you just also, because this is the main thing, you're going to enjoy making pictures of yourself, making yourself look beautiful. And you will see that it will work on your self-confidence. You will feel much better about yourself. Seriously, have fun and play with fashion.